Welcome back, kids. Today we are going to do chapter number 22, Simple Past Tense from our English Grammar Magic Book. Let's start. See page number 78, Simple Past Tense. In this video, I'm going to show you how to form a simple past tense and when to use a simple past tense. But before we get started, it's good to know that in English language we have regular verbs and irregular verbs. And it is advisable that you study the most commonly used irregular verbs. Now look at these sentences. I walked to school yesterday. He paid for dinner last week. Both these sentences are in the simple past tense. Now let's see how to form a simple past tense. For regular verbs, we simply use the base form of the verb and we add ed to it. For example, I kicked the ball. You closed the door. He wiped the table. We marked the tests. My mother cooked the dinner yesterday. Children, there are various ways of forming the past tense of a verb. In some cases, we double the last consonant before adding ed. For example, hop, hopped, clap, clapped. These verbs end with consonants preceded by vowels. But we need to pay extra attention when verbs ending in a y preceded by a consonant such as spy, envy, study, etc. In that case, y becomes ied. For example, spy, spied, study, studied. Some verbs change a lot in their past tense that are irregular verbs. Let us have a look at them. Here, in the first column, base form of the verb is given. Go, sit, break, buy. And when we change it into their past form, they totally change. Go changes to went, sit changes to sat, break changes to broke, buy changes to bought. Now this table is given in your textbook. Do follow this table. But children, some verbs do not change at all in the past tense. For example, put, cut, hit, shut are some verbs that remain the same in their past form. Now let's see how to frame a question in the simple past tense. For all verbs, regular and irregular verb, we use the helping verb did plus the base form of the verb. For example, did she talk to him this morning? Did you ride your bicycles yesterday? Did they work on the farm last year? Now here you have to use the helping verb did before the subject or pronoun. And after the subject or pronoun, you will use the base form of the verb. Did she talk? Did you write? Did they work? And at the end, put a question mark to frame a question. Clear? Now let's see how to frame a negative sentence in the simple past tense. For all verbs, regular and irregular, we use the helping verb did plus not plus the base form of the verb. For example, I did not want to come over last night. We did not walk to school this morning. They did not listen to the radio yesterday. So children, in the past tense, we use the helping verb did plus not plus the base form of the verb to frame a negative sentence. Clear? Now let's see, when do we use the simple past tense? We use the simple past tense for the things that happened at a specific time in the past. For example, yesterday, this morning, in 2018, etc. Let's have a look at these examples. He left for Delhi yesterday. We ate our breakfast this morning. They got married in 2016. And yes, children, we also use the simple past tense in questions after when. When did you buy that t-shirt? When did she graduate from high school? Children, I hope the concept is clear to you. Now let's start our exercise. See on page number 78, exercise A. Form the past tense of these verbs. Now children, here two verbs are given, to talk and to listen. And you have to form the past tense of these verbs. For the numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, we will form the past tense of the verb talk, and for the numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, we will use the past tense of the verb listen. Number 1, I talked. Let's see number 4, you listen. So like this, try to form the past tense of these verbs. Exercise B. Now complete this passage by using the simple past tense of the verbs given in the bracket. Children, first what you have to do, you have to read the passage and use the simple past tense of the verbs given in the bracket. Let's see what's in the passage. As soon as the teacher dashed into the class. Now here in the bracket, the verb is given walk. So the past tense of the verb walk is walked. As soon as the teacher walked into the class, the students dash her many questions. Now here in the bracket, the verb is given ask. So its past form is asked. So like this, try to do this exercise. Exercise C. Here are some other such verbs. Double the last consonant to form the simple past form of verbs mentioned. Number 1, skip. So, what you have to do? You have to double the last consonant and then add ed to it. So, it would be skipped. Second, chatted. So, like this, try to do this exercise. Exercise D. Fill in these blanks with the past tense form of the verbs given in the brackets. Number 1. We dash some scones and dash by a roadside cafe in France. Now children, here scones means it is a small round cake. It's like bread made from flour, milk and a little fat. So here the verbs are given eat and sit. And the past tense form of the verb eat is ate. We ate some scones and dash by a roadside. The past tense form of the verb sit is sat. We sat by a roadside cafe in France. Number 2, the teachers dash his essay so much that it was dash for the school magazine. Here the verbs are given like and take. So, the past tense form of the verb like is liked. The teachers liked his essay so much that it was taken for the school magazine. Now here children, taken. It is the past participle form of the verb take that we will learn later. I hope you will do this exercise. I will be sending you the notes. Till then, bye bye. Good day.